Sonic Movie 3 is by far the best of the trilogy. It has action, comedy, and even some touching moments. Now, I could say that this is a review of the movie, but it's not. You can already tell that I loved it, but this video is about the small complexities in the movie, how the movie explored the 5 stages of grief and pain. But first, I need to clarify. I promise this shit isn't written by ChatGPT, I just know big words. Shout out to Enchanted, by the way, for the idea for this video. They did better than me, so let's just get into it.
Tom! Tom, what happened? Speak to me, come on. Come on, it's gonna be okay. Please, get up. Come on, please, wake up, come on.
So, let's start with Sonic and Shadow's backstories. Well, at least the basic version. Shadow was found in a black comet in Oklahoma. Gunn found him and took him into a gun facility where they would begin Project Shadow, led by Dr. Gerald Robotnik. During this, his granddaughter, Maria Robotnik, was also there, simply because Gerald took her everywhere. Maria and Shadow quickly became friends, bonding with each other, until one day Gunn wants to take Shadow away for unspecified reasons, but there is an accident, killing Maria and other people. After Shadow was put into cryosleep, he's contained for 50 years, kicking off the movie. Sonic starts on his planet, just as a little youngin'. He's taken care of by his guardian Longclaw, but then Sonic is driven away from his home after the Echidna tribe tried to hunt Sonic down and take his power, ending up on Earth. Okay, now let's analyze Shadow first. The 5 most common stages of grief are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Okay, I'm just gonna rip the band-aid off and say it. Shadow skipped the denial stage, but everyone experiences the 5 stages of grief differently. He goes straight to anger. As seen through in the movie, Shadow working with Gerald to use the Eclipse Cannon to destroy humanity was bargaining in the way that he thought humans deserved to be punished and justice for Maria. Now for depression. This is a little bit of a stretch, but hear me out. After he and Sonic fight their way to the goddamn moon, Super Sonic has Shadow down under him. Sonic is in the perfect position to finish him off for almost killing Tom. While Sonic is hesitating, Shadow is yelling at Sonic to take revenge, to finish him off. I know this is a stretch, but Shadow might have wanted Sonic to kill him, so he could be with Maria, and to be at peace with his anger. And after he's spared, he and Sonic go through the depression stage together, having that moment on the moon. After making amends, Shadow finally lets go of his anger. Now Sonic. After Sonic found Tom presumably dead at the time, he attempts to wake him up, in denial, denying the fact of what just happened. Now, of course, we all know Tom is just fine by the end of the movie, but during this part of the movie, it was genuinely unknown if he was going to survive. They killed off Walters. Jeff Fowler shows us he's not scared to kill off characters. After Tom doesn't wake up, Sonic's anger rises and remains for a chunk of the movie, leading him to use the Master Emerald and go Super Sonic to beat Shadow's ass, wanting to kill him, which would be bargaining. Revenge is just a form of bargaining in this movie. After Sonic realizes that it wasn't the right choice and spares Shadow, they have a moment together on the moon, likely depression. Then, like I said earlier, they make amends and team up. Acceptance. You know, I'm starting to understand why Jeff Fowler gave Sonic the origin story he did. Yeah, I know, it took me a while, shut up. But the point is, in the games, Sonic doesn't really have one. So he and Shadow's dynamic is a lot less natural. They just seem like 2 hedgehogs that constantly argue. But in the movie, they actually have something in common. You could call it a trauma bond, but honestly, I would call it that too. It's the exact same thing.
Now you know my anger, the pain I've felt for 50 years. And you've made the same choice I did. I'm nothing like you. We'll see.
This movie goes about pain very interestingly. At the beginning of the movie, Tom tells Sonic he's happy that he didn't let his pain of losing Longclaw change who he is on the inside. And this next scene is done perfectly. Let me just show you.
Thanks. I don't know what I'd do without you. I'd probably be a totally different hedgehog.
Did you see that? They just did my job for me. They tell you from the start that these two are similar. If Shadow has his own Tom, Maria is his Longclaw, then Shadow would probably be like Sonic. But if Sonic never had Tom, he would be like Shadow. The similarities are insane. And then later, when it seems like Tom is dead, Sonic snaps and tries to force Knuckles to tell him where the Master Emerald is so he can get revenge on Shadow. Knuckles refuses, reminding him of the oath they made in the second movie. Like Knuckles says in the scene, Sonic's anger has consumed him, and he shouldn't be making these choices right now. But ultimately, Sonic gets his way, and he goes after Shadow. And Shadow says this to him.
And you've made the same choice I did.
At this point, they're one and the same. At this point, they are the exact same person, or I guess, Hedgehog.
I know you're upset about Tom. We all are.
Last chance. Where is it? Don't do this.
Hi, it's me, the real me. And wow, that was a beefy video. It took so long to write, especially because I didn't use ChatGPT, and these were my thoughts. So shout out to Enchanted again for the idea to make it, and that's it. Bye. I love you.